Hello, Mr. Johnston here with a couple of updates, instructions, and reminders on what and how you need to be completing class today. For starters, if you are a person who is not in your assigned seat, your actual assigned seat, here's some space for you to get there now. Excellent. Glad you're in your assigned seats, and it's actually easy for you to get there because the teacher in the front of the room has a picture of where each of you should go and your faces are on it. I'm thrilled you're in your correct seats and you're ready to start class. So it is Monday/Tuesday for y'all. It's Tuesday, and you have been working hopefully on this slide where you opened the Biomes document, which is live in Canvas. Now, since you have already done this, I'm going to move forward with your next directions for class. At the end of this video, I will quickly show you where to locate this document if you have not done so already. So after our do now, and before we continue with the document, I'm going to share a couple of things with you, starting with our plan. The plan today is pretty simple. We're going to go over our goals or objectives for class. You're going to get an introduction to biomes, and then you're going to spend the remainder of your time in class today exploring different biomes, basically doing some research and exploration on your own. So starting with our goal or our objective for class, it's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. You will be exploring and defining biomes. Very similarly to how we did with biodiversity last week, we will explore first, we will define at the end. On your documents, and clearly on the slides, you have an introduction to biomes video. Now, I will tell you before you watch it, the music is very dramatic, like really, really, really end of a movie, sappy, dramatic. Kind of my thing, but doesn't have to be yours. The reason we were watching this video is because there is a ton of footage. There's lots of examples. There are many examples of biomes, and that's going to kick off our introduction/exploration. That's the reason why you were watching this. On your documents, there are two questions centered around this video. One, after watching the video, define biome in your own words. So without getting an official definition, create your own for biomes. And two, what questions do you have? In other words, what are you wondering? After watching the video, you will then answer these questions, and then you will be ready to begin the main work time of class. I'm going to give you some expectations for work time first, and then I will show you an example and walk you through it by opening the biomes document. My expectations for work time are simple. They are not anything you have not seen before. So the short version is you will be working on this document, which is live in Canvas, and hopefully you already have open. The way that I structured work time for my Monday classes was a combination of partner time and independent time. And so what that means is this. We rotated our work time in sections of 15 minutes. 15 minutes would be spent working with partners, the people at your table, not across the room, at your table. In those 15-minute sessions, you are welcome to chat. You are welcome to ask questions to each other and to work together to answer the document, to work on filling out your tables. After that 15-minute time of partner time, we would switch to silent work time. This would be independent and silence time, where the only noise in the room should be the sound playing from the lo-fi study beats, or the video in the corner of this screen. Now, the teacher in front of you may decide to do only partner work time. They may decide to do only silent work time. That decision remains with the person who is in front of you right now. This is how I did class yesterday, but I know you can be successful either way. The main thing is that you are working and you are focused the entire time to hopefully complete this document and all of these tables by the end of class. You know that if you have a question, you are not supposed to shout out. You're not supposed to walk around the room. You have two hands. You can raise one, or I suppose if you want, both of them. At this point, you have received your expectations or your directions on how to complete this document. I'm going to give you a quick explanation of the example, and then you're ready to get started. I personally am going to use the link that is posted in the slides, which will take me directly to the Biomes document. I'm going to click on the blue text to open this Biomes document in a full window. I think it's easier to see that way. Some final tips: if you make this 100% go to fit, and if you click this arrow, it's going to hide your toolbar, which gives you more screen to work with. Now, this document, you should have already answered the do now, your name, and defining and explaining the importance of biodiversity. That's what we talked about last week. Skipping ahead, you'll watch the video, which is linked here, and answer these two questions. At that point, you will be ready to tackle the main assignment. The video you are watching is linked right here, and here are your instructions. There are several pages with several different biomes. Your job is to do research to fill out the table for each biome. After filling out the information in the table, you will copy and paste a minimum of 3 pictures of that biome. You are welcome to copy and paste more. And finally, I have some resources for you. Here is a link to different handouts, which cover most, but not all of the biomes that are listed on this assignment. A hint for you: the boreal forest, the coniferous forest, and taiga are referring to the same biome. Taiga is a word that originates from Russian. Boreal forest is a word that originates from Greek. We use all of them, so you get to learn all of them. Congratulations. Finally, here are some websites that you can use. I will tell you, I like these, but you are welcome to do your research at other websites. Just make sure you are using a credible source. Remember, credible sources, like we talked about last week. Here you can see what information we're looking for, some tips for you. Here we want actual numbers of temperatures. Cold and hot and warm are all relative. I'm looking for temperatures. Seasons, we're talking about how some places we have a spring, a winter, a fall, a summer. Some places might only have a winter and a summer. Some places might only have a dry season and a wet season. That's what we're looking for here. A keystone species refers to any species in an area, a biome, that is critically important. So any species, if we lost it, that could mean disaster for the rest of the ecosystem. In a coral reef ecosystem, the corals are a keystone species. Finally, that's your example, and you can get started with tundra. If you have any questions, you may raise your hand. You may, during partner time, ask a neighbor. You may send me a message on Canvas. I'm actually just next door working with some interviews. That was a lot of information. I appreciate your attention, and I know that you can do this. Over and out.